Thank you. Yeah, we're not for people who hate Excel. We're actually for people who love Excel but want more power. So for about 20 years, BI tools have been selling the promise of self-serve analytics. And the reality is, when business teams visit BI dashboards, the first thing they do is click export to CSV so they can download to their computer and open it in Excel. Now the problem with that is those Excel files present a huge security risk. You now have potentially sensitive data that's untraceable on people's laptops. We talked to a financial institution a week ago whose CEO's laptop was stolen in an airport, and their number one concern about that was the Excel files on that laptop. The other issue is datasets are now too big for Excel. Excel has a 1 million row limit, and our product can open billion row datasets that are now becoming ubiquitous. So let's cue the demo. So RowZero is a spreadsheet. It works just like Excel or Google Sheets. The difference is it runs in the cloud, and the advantages to running in the cloud are we can open billion row datasets utilizing the compute and memory resources in data centers. We also can connect directly to your data repositories, like your data warehouse, ERPs, other business systems. And lastly, we can trap data in the cloud. So you can prevent your business teams from exporting data to their laptops, but you give them the spreadsheet they need. The demo you're looking at now is importing a 7 million row CSV into RowZero, running a count if, the same kind of formulas you'd use in Excel, and you get an instant answer. You can import Parquet files, anything else you want to analyze. The more compelling use case inside an enterprise is connecting to your data warehouse. So here we've connected to Snowflake. We're going to write a quick SQL query to import some data. This is a data set that has one row for every hospital admission in New York State from 2009 to 2021. When we load data from a data warehouse, we load it into what we call a connected table. It looks like a preview, but actually all the data is there. We have features where you can explode it. Our users typically don't know SQL, so that workflow essentially requires some person on the data team to write a SQL query. They can then vend that query to their business teams in the form of a data source, which is what you see here. When that data source is shared with individuals or teams, they can go to RowZero, click on that data source. When they click on that tile, we will open up a new spreadsheet. We execute the query in the background and import the data into the cells so that business user now has access to a giant data set that they can begin to analyze. These connected tables are interactive, so you can build forecasts and models. One of the primary use cases is finance teams who will build a forecast or an operating model around this connected data set, and they only have to build it once. Now it's live, and it updates anytime that data set in the data warehouse updates. We do also have your typical BI features. So here we've got a pivot table. So we're pivoting to see total hospital charges by admission type by year. This is better as a stacked bar chart. So you can see that we're analyzing 31 million rows very, very quickly. This would not be possible in today's conventional spreadsheets. We've got Google Sheets style sharing. So give people viewer or editor permissions, collaborate on your analyses. We also have the ability to write back to your data warehouse. So here we're filtering this data set down to specific age groups. Once you've done that, you can right click and hit export to Snowflake or Databricks or wherever else you want to store your data. When you export it, we will create a new table in your data warehouse that contains the data you defined in the spreadsheet. And you can write back as many times as you need, so you can maintain a source of truth data set in your data warehouse. And then lastly, I talked about security. Give your business teams the spreadsheet they want, trap the data in the cloud. You can try RowZero for free at rowzero.io.